They denied it for the best part of a year, but now it's in the pipeline.
The Biden administration is considering a plan to allow some Palestinian refugees to come here to the United States. According to the plan, some Palestinians fleeing the war would be offered a permanent safe haven here in the U.S.
The Biden administration just handed Israel part of a $95 billion aid package to continue its war on Hamas, which it continues to assert is a bloodthirsty terrorist group. Yet they now want to import countless Hamas supporters into the United States. A recent poll found that 71% of Palestinians supported Hamas's actions on October 7th, meaning a clear majority of those set to be welcomed into the US endorsed the actions of a group that the Biden administration tells us are bloodthirsty terrorists. What could possibly go wrong? They use your money to bankroll the bombings of Middle Eastern countries, creating potentially hundreds of thousands of refugees, then place the burden on Americans already dealing with the consequences of 7 million plus migrants who have already entered the country as a result of the Biden administration's open border insanity, using your taxpayer dollars to fly them directly into the US, then handing them permanent residency and resettling benefits like housing assistance. But don't worry, because CBS News assures us that the influx is only going to be, quote, small in scale, just like the 2014-15 refugee influx into Europe started out small scale, before it quickly turned into a deluge. In fact, 3.5 billion of that massive aid giveaway is directly earmarked to create processing centres for migrants, which according to Senator Eric Schmidt, will supercharge mass migration from the Middle East. And it's all being coordinated by the same federal agencies that have already turned America's border into a sieve. And speaking of three-letter agency malfeasance, did you know that RFK Jr. recently defended Trump and his supporters in a way that really set off Democrats? RFK Jr. said that if he wins the presidency, he'll appoint a special counsel to review the law and processes the government used to hunt, arrest, and jail J6 defendants. He warns that this is part of the weaponization of federal agencies like the DOJ, FBI, and SEC against political opponents. While his chances of becoming president are slim, RFK could end up being the Attorney General, and that means holding Dr. Fauci accountable, along with the FDA and its collusion with Big Pharma. Now, I take a supplement called NMN, which boosts NAD plus production in your body. Boom! NAD plus keeps the 50 trillion cells in your body full of energy. But the FDA now wants to reclassify this as a drug so Big Pharma can control it, cornering the market and taking the supplement away from you and me. NMN is a precursor to NAD plus and has been shown to provide numerous health benefits. Improved energy, weight management, better endurance, strength, and even anti-aging. It isn't just any supplement, it's a game changer. And a recent Harvard study showed that NMN helped reduce cholesterol and even blood pressure in overweight adults. Black Forest Supplements is fully stocked with NMN right now, and it's fighting against the FDA to keep this supplement available. As a daily user, I've experienced a massive boost in energy and better health, so I urge you to check out the link below and grab some for yourself before any restrictions come into play. Go visit blackforestsupplements.com/modernity right now, and if you buy 2 bottles, you'll get 1 free, but be quick because that offer's going to end in the next 48 hours, so check out that juicy link down below. This aid bill included $481 million to settle migrants in US cities, a continuation of the equity migration policy, which in March saw over 3,000 migrants imported from the safe and democratic countries of Guatemala and El Salvador. It's a giant handout to mass immigration NGOs. The number of dollars provided to protect and secure the US border, a big fat zero. The mass resettlement of Palestinians into Western countries is precisely what Israel wanted from the start. An Israeli intelligence ministry document leaked in October last year called on European countries and Canada to facilitate the absorption and settlement of much of the Palestinian population. This was quickly followed by demands from top Israeli officials, including the former deputy head of Mossad, that the West should welcome Gaza refugees. Biden wants to bring to America the same Gazans who elected and support Hamas? This may be his worst idea yet, says the senator who voted for the very bill funding that exact program. Middle Eastern expert Hisham Kresat said the hidden objective behind the US building a seaport in Gaza is to facilitate the mass migration of Palestinians to Europe. Something Jared Kushner seems quite keen to see happen.
Syria, when there's refugees, Turkey took them, Europe took them, Jordan took them. For whatever reason here in Gaza, there's refugees from the fighting, from an offensive attack that was staged from Gaza. Israel's going in to do a long-term deterrence mission. And it's just, it's unfortunate that nobody's taking the refugees. From Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up.
It's bad enough that they use your money to destroy these countries in the first place. Worse still, when the consequences of that destruction are dumped on your doorstep as an extra added punishment.